Welcome to TradeRep. This is Shorthammer. It is the 17th of October, 2019, and we are taking a look at Netflix. Now, Netflix just had earnings. We're not really going to get into the fundamentals. We're going to more focus on the technical aspects of the Netflix chart. And they are up. And if we look at this chart, we saw an initial flare down and a push through the 271.27 supply demand line, almost touching the 256 by 262 supply demand zone. But then the buyers stepped in. We had a flare down and then a flare up. Then we had a buy up. And we are currently, I believe, around the 314s. I want to draw a line here near the top of that flare up. It looks like it's around 318-ish. So that to me will be interesting for tomorrow to see, because the numbers are fascinating. There's some numbers that are great and there's some numbers that are not so great. And the market is funny because we'll matriculate between what's important in one earnings season and what's important in the next earnings season. And sometimes those things that were considered important in the last earnings season diverge from the things that are important in the current earnings season. So we'll see how Netflix reacts tomorrow, if we go further up or if we pull back. Now, these are the zones that we want to watch. Let me go to the daily chart so we can see the higher time frame. But initially, the area that we do want to watch in case the buy-in continues is this 335.96 area, which was an area that we did struggle to get back over once we pulled below and back tested, couldn't get over that area. And we went down and kind of, you could just see each zone we back tested as we broke it, and we just couldn't really find buyers to drive us back up. And we really didn't find buyers until we hit this lower portion here and popped over the 262s. Then the buyers were stepping in to get us to push to the next supply demand zone. And this just blew through a few supply demand zones, which is awesome. But what I'll be watching for is, will there be a pullback? Will buyers step in at any of these levels? And if not, do we run? And if we run, I'm going to be looking for the 335.96. If I start to see a bullish formation and the buyers are stepping in and there's significant buying pressure, and also the market is continuing to trend up, as far as Amazon, Microsoft, if we're watching all the SPY, we're watching the market trend up, I will definitely be looking to ride the wave for the potential squeeze to the upside. So we'll see how Netflix opens and which direction we go. Let's go to the higher time frame to see a few of the structural setups on Netflix. So we are here, or we went as high as here. So from that point, let's zoom out on this daily chart. Looks kind of choppy. Okay, that's there. Okay, so what we want to look for is, what are the interactions near this level? And we see here lower wicks here at the 318.87. And this was back on the 25th of or 24th of January and the 23rd of January, where we tested this area. That's interesting. We have above that, let's see, tests of this, boom, 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 and test here, 335, test here, 335, under, back test. That's now a wall, and down we go. So 335 is a level to watch. The 328s, we see a little bit of dancing on that area. A little bit of dancing here. So that's interesting also. So we'll see what we go from the 318s, but looking at the daily chart, I'll be watching these zones to see what the buyers tell me. Do the buyers tell me that we're strong enough to run through here into the 335? Or do the buyers tell me that we're overextended and we're going to fade back down? So we'll see what happens. We have candle structure here at the 300. This 297 by 300. If we look at the daily chart, there's candle structure here. There is candle structure above the 335 also. There is a little bit here in the 311s. But to me, the more significant candle structure is between this 297 by 300 area and this 335. I really do like, just because of that. That's one of our supply demand lines. So I'll be watching Netflix tomorrow, and I'll see if we retrace. And if we retrace, I will definitely be watching these lower supply demand zones. If we run, I'll be watching the 335.96 supply demand line. And personally, I am not running into any burning buildings. I'm going to wait for the setup. Like, to me, I will wait. If there's a pullback, I'll wait. I'm not going to just jump into the zone. I'll wait for the buyers to step in to tell me that, hey, the buying pressure is, or the demand is stronger than the supply, and the buying pressure is overwhelming the selling pressure, and we're beginning to move up. And I will follow that momentum. And if I miss the initial push up, let's say we have a strong spike, I'll wait for the trend to develop and I'll ride that trend. What I don't want to do is try to jump in on a spike, and then that spike turns into a reversal and it just sells off. So whenever you're playing earnings, there are a few different strategies. Some people follow the wave, like post earnings. Some people fade post earnings, and some people just refuse to trade earnings for a few days until the stock settles down. And the people that usually play it, the investors that usually purchase and invest in that stock, until they begin to make some serious movements and make some serious decisions that may be longer term than the people that are just hopping in and out based on, this just had earnings, there's a lot of energy around this, I want to be part of this new hot thing. So those are my thoughts on Netflix. And if we continue to go up, I'll definitely have more to say about these upper levels and these different channels that we have and trend lines. But for now, just watching the immediate area is what's most important. And that's exactly what I'll be watching. And you can take a look at all these supply demand zones that I have if you want to mark these on your chart, just to see the different levels that, from my perspective, appear to be significant.